Hello and welcome to Grim Survival. I am attempting to go live because I said I was going to. So, hey, I've made it home. Congratulations to me. It took me 40 hours to get here. So, yeah, that was fun. Anyway, I'm doing Survival Sunday live, and this is the first time I'm doing Survival Sunday. So, I'm hoping that the title is correct and everybody can see it. I do see that I have to adjust a couple of things on here. So, yeah, well, give me a second to try to get the things working correctly on this, and now I'm listening to myself. That's not cool. All right. Hello, Karen. Give me a second here. I'm editing my, well, I'm attempting to change settings on this stupid app because they changed it and updated it for me today. Congratulations to them for doing that today. That was awesome of them. So, yeah, here we go. Hello, glad everybody's here. So yeah, Survival Sunday, I'm going to start doing this new thing called Survival Sunday. I'm also going to do a reveal of this, and this is my OSH It kit, and yeah, I'm going to do a 500 subscriber giveaway, and I'm going to give away most of what is in here. Hello, Grace. I did see your message. I just have not been able to get onto Facebook because of these things. I don't have the Facebook app. I don't have it. I refuse to have it. I've read their terms of service, so it takes me a little longer to respond on this. Hello, Christienah. I hope everybody's doing, hey, it's afternoon. Everybody's doing good Sunday afternoon. I am doing Survival Sunday, and yeah, like I said, I'm going to do a reveal of what's in here. And this is going to be, well, this isn't the exact giveaway, but I am giving away pretty much this exact same thing and most of what's in here for the 500 subscriber giveaway. As soon as we hit 500 subscribers, I will do a giveaway announcement of how to enter. So, yeah, we'll get there hopefully soon. So, yeah, well, I guess we'll get started with this. I'm going to attempt to adjust the camera, so if you see, you know, stuff you shouldn't, ignore it. That's almost me. This is going to be weird. Okay. All right, you can kind of see that. Maybe you can see that. Hopefully you can see that. Hopefully you can still hear me. So this is my OSHIT kit. You know, I spelled it, so I guess I'm going to make this an adult video. Turn around so you can see it. This thing I've had for years. So everything in here is probably dirty, dusty, and has somewhat been used occasionally. Obviously, starting with fire, this is, you know, light my fire ferro rod. I have used this one a few times, not that often. I have another one in my backpack I use. So yeah, there's going to be one of those in the giveaway just to show you. This is the one for the giveaway. I have not opened it. This one's a little bit, I think it's a little bit fatter than the one I have, if you can kind of see it. So anyway, it'll still do the job. Obviously, I'm going to throw a Bic lighter in there. This one is the one I removed the safety. I won't do that for anyone I put in there because that would probably be illegal. It works though. So on this same side, I always keep this. Now, this is one of those cheap throwaway emergency blankets that, you know, you get from Walmart, and you could probably use it once, maybe twice if you're lucky. And I don't think I have anything else in there. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. That's a little hairpin thing that is good for multiple uses. So this is not going to be in the giveaway. Obviously, this is a old timer knife. Now, this belonged to my dad, and I acquired it once he passed away. And, of course, I'm not going to be adding this to a giveaway. But the blade, as you can see, has a lot of rust on there, and I have absolutely no clue on how to restore this. So I keep it in the kit to keep it protected, and, yeah, it's seen better days. Definitely need some rust remover on there, and maybe somebody with skills to restore it to fix it for me. But yeah, that's not going in the giveaway. I have another thing I've ordered for it. Not everything for the giveaway showed up when it should have. I was hoping to have it all today, but didn't. This is an Olight. This is the M1T Raider. This is not going in the kit, because in the kit I have this Olight instead. This is the S1 Mini Baton. This will be in the giveaway. So this is, yeah, I forget how much I paid for this one, but giveaway was sponsored by a friend of mine who doesn't want to be named, so anonymous, you know, sponsor. So the only two things I've gotten in the mail for the kit so far that I'm giving away are these two things. The rest of it has not showed up. So I will definitely give a reveal of the knife that is going in here. And yeah, the kit is exactly the same. It's the Max Edition, as you can see. It's that one of the pocket organizers. This is the smallest one that they have, and that's why I like it. It's pretty small. I have small hands, and I keep this in a cargo pocket in the winter. There is a couple other items in here. Obviously, I do keep fire tenders in here. These are just cotton balls. They've been soaked in Vaseline petroleum jelly. It's extremely flammable, and they've been locked in these vacuum seal containers. This is just one individual use. I only have 3 left. I need to make some more. But for the giveaway, I'm actually going to give away some, I think they're wet fire tabs. They're about the same size, and they do about the same thing. You can light them with a ferro rod or a lighter. So I'm going to put that in the giveaway. And basically, that has been everything that's going into the giveaway. It's going to have the same kit, same color. It's going to be black. I have the Olight going in there. I have this going in there. I have a knife that is going in there. There's going to be one of these. There's going to be one of these and some wet fire. Now, I usually keep I used to keep cordage in this thing. I do not keep cordage in there anymore because I usually wear a paracord bracelet, which I don't have on right now because, yeah, I'm not out. But, yeah, that's everything going in the giveaway, obviously minus the knife. And, yeah, this belonged to my dad, old-timer knife. It's got several blades. Obviously, it's carbon steel, but it's very, very bad condition. You can see the rust on that. And I have no clue how to restore it or... yeah, I'm very bad at sharpening knives. So if anybody wants to get me a birthday present, the Work Sharp Ken Onion Edition, yeah, that would be awesome. I'm trying to get one of those things for years. So. But anyway, that is the giveaway. As soon as we hit 500 subscribers, like I said, we will have a video telling you how to enter. So, hope everybody's doing good. This is Survival Sunday. Why am I saying Survival Sunday? Because it's Sunday and it sounded good. So I have bought this, and I guess I should put it back together. I bought this from Dave Canterbury. He has a store in Indianapolis, and this is it's a flint and steel kit. It actually came with the steel and the flint. This is actually a piece of flint. It's pretty sharp, actually. And it came with this. This is a wick, just a normal charred lamp wick, and you can kind of see it's kind of charred on the end. Not as charred as it was because it looks like it actually broke off. So I'm going to char it a little more to make this easier on myself. I'll put it out anyway. But yeah, basically if you had lamp wick, you would just char it by, you know, burning it. If you've ever had an oil lamp, it always leaves the end charred. And basically, things like this, you're supposed to be able to light with a spark. Now, I could probably hit it with my ferro rod and light it in a couple of seconds. I can obviously take my Bic and I can light it in a second. We're going to do this the hard way. This is, yeah, the hardest way possible is with this and this. Now, I've done this once. I will give myself credit here. I did it once. One time. I've actually lit this thing one time. It was about a year ago when I first got it, and I haven't used it since. And you're not supposed to do that with your kit and your gear, but I really don't carry this thing with me at all times. It's just one of those things that I like to have just in case. So, yeah, I don't remember exactly how to set this up. I remember something about putting this under here and, yeah, something like that. And I think similar to this. I just don't think there's enough charring on the end of this that it's going to catch that spark. But, yeah, it took me about a week to get this down the first time. And, yeah, somehow it goes under here, and then I hit it like this, and the sparks are supposed to... I might have to look up a video. Anybody got any tips on how this works? Like I said, I did it once a year ago, and I don't remember if I'm supposed to do it like that or do it like that. And I think it would actually put more sparks off if I'm using this that way. So if anybody has a suggestion, that would be awesome. This piece of flint is obviously an odd piece of flint, so it's hard to find a correct spot to get a spark off of it. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, it is sparking somewhat and putting pieces of rock all over my desk. There's a piece of flint on my desk now. That's awesome. So, obviously, with charred cloth, that would be lit already. This you have to hold somehow like this. Yeah, I'm not doing this right. And get the sparks to go under it. Now, there's a trick to doing it, and I'm going to have to look up how to do it before I can actually do it, because I cannot seem to figure it out. Any suggestions? Yeah, it was wet and windy here yesterday and the day before. It has been raining for a month straight. It feels like a month straight. It's not been a month straight, but it feels like it's been raining for a month straight. My camera's all crooked and leaning and weird. All right, flint and steel. I'm really going to try to light this. I'm going to watch a video on how to try to light this. Dave Canterbury, you know, he gives you the tin, he gives you the wick, he gives you the flint, he gives you the steel, and then he says good luck. There was no instructions with this thing. Not that I would have read them anyway. Believe it or not, I actually have done this once before. But if you can see that, this just doesn't look like there's enough charred material on the end of that to even catch a spark. So I'm not even sure if it would work with a ferro rod, but hey, who wants to see me try to light my desk on fire? So there's the wick. Man, this is a striker. Came with this thing. Yeah, I got a lot of sparks on that thing, and it's not lighting. So that's just not charred enough. Good to find out now, right? We will attempt to light the wick and char it some more. Hey, there was a piece of metal on that. It sparked. Nobody's home, so it's a good thing. My wife would be in here trying to kill me. I'm burning things in the house. I doubt that there is a smoke detector in this pathetic little room. So, yeah. Once this thing gets nice and charred, and I burn my fingers a couple more times. There we go. It's almost out. Anybody like watching me play with fire? I can tell some stories about playing with fire. I'm not going to, but I could. So essentially, the trick is to get the sparks on the end of this, with this, and this. So how many hands does this require? I'm thinking you hold it like so, and you're supposed to, from what I remember, actually put the rock down the steel, like so. And I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it's taking very little effort to put the sparks. The question is, how do you get this to catch the spark on the end? I don't know if you can see that. It's not at all lit. So, survival skills right here. We're practicing. So I'm going to try to put the steel down the flint, because I just think that would be easier. Although I'm not getting any sparks that way. I was getting sparks this way, without the thing in the way. So it does make spark. That's awesome. I'm trying to keep up with comments while I knew I wasn't going to be able to light this thing. Like, having not messed with this for a year. And the last time I did, I had a lot of issues with it. Charred cloth would be the best way to have it. And I have a tin full of charred cloth. And somehow it ended up in my wife's backpack. So I have no more charred cloth. Which means I have a trip out to the woods coming soon to make charred cloth. If anybody wants to see that on video, let me know. I will definitely record it. Even if you don't want to see it on video, I'm going to record it anyway. All right. Let's see if I can adjust this. Anybody ever use one of these things? Anybody? No? Hopefully. So yeah, fire starting with flint and steel is not... Yeah, it does make pretty sparks. It's not something that I'm going to be good at. Not with a wick, at least. I really didn't understand the point in the wick. It's just such a small surface to light this with this. Run the striker across the flint. So basically hold this and do it like this. Because I'm doing it like that, and it's doing it a lot of sparks. But doing it like that kind of seems awkward to me. And probably because I'm using my other hand. And I read you gotta kind of angle it like this, so you're dragging it across. It's basically scraping the metal off of this, because that's what this is. This is harder than this, and it's scraping metal off, which when it scrapes metal off at that kind of a speed, it makes sparks. But yeah, dip it in kerosene. Yeah, that's a good idea. Where did I leave that kerosene? I know I got some sitting around here somewhere. Yeah, well, how about gasoline? We could dip it in gasoline. Well, sparks and gasoline don't really work, but I have a lighter right here, so we could probably pull it off. But yeah, somebody remind me to make charred cloth, because this isn't working. I really never did understand that. I actually did it once with that flint and steel a year ago when I first got the thing. I was working in a yard truck, or a yard spotter. Basically, it's a little truck. All you do is move semi-trailers around at a warehouse. So I never left the warehouse. And if there's no trailers to move, I was sitting there and I was really bored in their truck. And I had this thing in their truck. We won't tell them that. And I was practicing this while I was sitting there in the truck doing nothing with this. And about try 1,355,000 later, I actually lit this thing with this. So let's just say that to flint and steel, obviously I can make a lot of sparks with this thing. No matter how I do it, I'm making a lot. I don't know if you see that. I can see it. I'm making a lot of sparks. So charred cloth and things like that, I could light in seconds. Wick. What's the point in the wick? Dave Canterbury's idea. He put the wick in this thing. I bought it from him, so yeah, we're going to have to question him on that one. Just my opinion. Obviously, there's going to be people that could do this in one try and make me look like an idiot. Why am I going to sit here and practice to light a wick when I can light so many other things? So many other things. Let's see. I had something around here I could light earlier. I probably shouldn't do it on my desk. I'll burn the whole house down, but yeah. I have a tribe of survival ladies. Really? That's an interesting thought. Don't tell me. Yeah, we won't go there. I'm not going there with the tribe of survival ladies. I'm trying to keep up with chat, but yeah, I'm reading chat over here because I'm streaming over there. It's weird. I hope you can still hear me when I'm way over here. I don't know. I'm not listening to it. Well, jump through the phone and show me. I mean, yeah, make a video and send it to me of how easy it is. I mean, are you saying it's really easy to light the wick? Because that's the one thing I mean, I can throw sparks off of this thing all day long, but lighting this wick is just, ugh. You know, if I set something flat under it, if I even had a piece of cotton right here, I could light it up in a second. But wick is just, ugh. I do have a piece of cotton. I just don't want to open the ones I have in here because I only had 3 left, and I had to make my wife make those things, and that's not working out too well to get her to do it twice. So, I do have some fat wood sitting on my desk. I could literally make a big pile of fat wood dust, and I could light this with the flint and steel. It would take me about an hour, and I'd have to do it in this, and I don't feel like walking out to the porch and burning the porch down. So it's painful to watch. Really, you're making fun of me now. It's painful to watch. You're saying you could light this wick. Karen, can you light this wick really easily? I want to see a video of you lighting this. Yeah, fat wood would be easy. Fat wood, charred cloth, cotton ball. But wick, this is the problem, in my opinion, is this. Why even carry this? I mean, what am I going to do with this thing other than try to sit here for an hour in the woods trying to light this and freeze to death? That's all I'm going to do with this thing. I mean, seriously. This is just pointless. I'm looking for the cotton. I just took it out of my backpack, and I'm pretty sure I probably put it back in my back. All right, I'm going to get it. I'm going to light something with the flint and steel if it kills me. I'm going to get things out of my backpack. Is literally sitting next to me. As a matter of fact, when I pulled out this tin that all this stuff came in, this one's in there with it. I wonder why I put this in there, because I don't remember putting this in there. What this is a Ziploc with cotton in it. Yeah, go figure. So, alright, there's cotton. Obviously, this has been in there for a long time. I think it actually does have petroleum jelly on it. Maybe, but a tip of a leaf, then the wick. If I could get the leaf to light, why would I need the wick? I'm a little behind on comments. What I'm doing here is I'm kind of pulling apart the fibers of the cotton so you can take a spark to it. And I'm going to put it in this tin. Yeah. And it is kind of sticky, so I'm pretty sure there is, you know, petroleum jelly, Vaseline in there. And I'm going to try to light this in the tin with this. Survival skills is what we're calling this, right? Yeah. Ow. I'm hitting, okay, the tin is in the way. I'm going to burn my desk down. I'm seeing sparks. But I'm not seeing fire. We're going to do this the grim way in a second. There's just not enough fibers here. It's really like sticky and I'm not getting enough spark off this thing. Karen, are you laughing at me yet? How about this? I'll make the video, you light the cotton. That'll be just fine with me. I would be fine with that. See, look, there's Steely Dan. Now, it's not all women in here. Just there. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. I dropped the flint. I dropped the flint and it went under my desk. Good thing I have an Olight sitting on my desk. Where'd it go? That would be painful to step on. Yes, I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to light my desk on fire if it kills me. Yeah, never mind. Hopefully my desk lighting on fire doesn't kill me. I just don't think I'm getting enough fibers here in the cotton because the sparks coming off of this are not nearly as hot as the sparks that come off of this. So, yeah. Can you see me failing here? I was getting a lot more sparks off of this when I wasn't trying to light something. I think it's defective. Let's find out. Nope, it's not defective. It works. Look at that. It worked. Okay, I got more. Just so you know, that's cotton with Vaseline. Look how long that burns. How am I putting that out? There we go. That's getting hot. Obviously, the cotton ball works. Obviously, the ferro rod works. I'm just going to say this is defective. Yeah, that's it right there. The steel is defective. It wasn't made correctly. I'm serious. Yeah, the steel is defective. Yeah, that's right? Yeah, I know. I've done this before. I just haven't practiced this in a long time. All right, we'll get it. I got more cotton somewhere around here. Obviously, cotton with Vaseline in a Ziploc that's been sitting in there for over a year still burns really well. Ah, that's a pleasant smell. Hey, charred cotton. That is definitely an awesome smell right there. Burnt cotton in the house. Yeah, we could make air fresheners out of that. My wife's gonna love it. Wait until she comes back and asks me what that was. I'll tell her YouTube did it. Somebody jumped through the phone. I think I actually might be able to light this one. It's warm cotton. Feels like it just came out of the dryer. Alright, let's try this again. Maybe I should put it here in case it actually lights. And maybe we'll just put this one here. We'll just make a big pile of cotton and throw sparks at it until something lights, maybe. You can buy these in bulk. These are actual Bic lighters, and you can get them for, I seen them on eBay. They'll sell you a box of 50 of these things for like $49. It's a better deal than Walmart. So, yeah, stock up on Bic lighters. Take the waterproof matches and, yeah. No, thank you with waterproof matches. Because I can't light a match any better than I can do. This is getting frustrating. I'm getting annoyed with this thing. Of course, I knew I probably wasn't going to be able to light this when I did this video, so I figured it would be funny to watch me fail on video. I'm seeing lots of sparks. It's actually hitting the cotton. We know from previous experiences that sparks will light cotton. I just don't think I'm getting enough heat or enough sparks off of this thing. Or maybe I'm not doing it correctly. I think I'm actually supposed to be doing it like this. As, well, finding a... Yeah, but now the sparks are flying up at me, so that's just not working. The sparks aren't defective, really? I think there are defective sparks. It's defective steel. You know, it's supposed to be high carbon steel. It's stainless, right? That's it. That has to be it. See, I'm seeing a lot of sparks, and I'm hitting metal trays, and that's just getting in my way. See how you would do this with a ferro rod, as I demonstrated earlier. You stick this in there, and you take your scraper, and yeah, you add spark, this thing lights, and you go about your business. This, unfortunately, isn't working quite like that. Certain parts of this aren't taking off enough metal to make it hot enough. Although I'm getting lots of sparks, it's just not my big ball of cotton here. Well, I almost had it, right? Yeah, I agree. I've done the battery and steel wool thing before and made fast fire, but you know, gasoline and a lighter makes a really, really fast fire. Kerosene makes a good fast fire. Propane makes a fast explosion. Hey, knife collector, I'm glad you're here. I wanted to show you something now that you're here. Look, I got it. I finally went to my post office box, and I thank you. Guys, knife collector sent me bacon. My birthday's coming up here in, what is it, about 2 to 3 weeks, my birthday, and this is my first birthday present, and it was bacon. It was the best birthday present there ever was. Canned bacon. I don't see an actual expiration date on this, so I'm just going to assume it lasts forever. Yeah, that's my assumption. So 30 years from now when I'm hungry and I'm cracking open the can of bacon, yeah. So, speaking of 30 years from now, I had a problem the other day. I was opening a can of something. The can opener I was using broke. I have this. So has anybody ever used one of these can opener things on here? Or on any of these things? It's a little metal blade-like can opener. Here, this. This is an actual can opener. I hope you can see it with all the black behind me and the black tools and everything's black. So anyway, yeah, that is a can opener. I actually use that to open a can. It's not as hard as you would think it would be. It took me like, I don't know, 5 minutes. It wasn't as quick as it could have been, but hey, first time I ever done it. So yes, thank you, knife collector, for the bacon. It is definitely the best gift ever. Back to it. I'm still attempting to light. I think maybe drier cotton, because this has got a lot of Vaseline in it. So I'm thinking maybe it's just not, you know, it's not allowing the fibers to come apart enough. If you can see that, it's like really compressed. So it's really hard. Well, my birthday's coming up in about 3 weeks, Queenie. But thank you for the early birthday wishes. Don't know if it's going to be happy. I got to work that day, so happy is questionable. But yeah, I'm going to keep hitting this. I was getting a lot more sparks earlier. I just find it easier to do it like that. Even though I don't think that's the proper way to do it. That worked. So, maybe. Hope you can still see this. Oh, you can't. There we go. Maybe. That was loud. Alright, I'm getting a lot of sparks on that cotton. But like I said, I just don't think the fibers are cutting it because, yeah, it doesn't really take much from this at all. And now I got a really big fire on my desk. Big fire on my desk, not good. We'll put that out. Let that do its thing there. And try again. Do you think it would be easier with dry cotton? I know Karen's probably laughing. Try it with the other striker? You mean try this striker? Well, what do you mean try it with the other striker? Try this striker on the flint? On the steel? That don't make sparks, does it? No, I didn't think so. I could use this in my knife. Probably put a hole in my desk doing it. I'm pretty sure I can take sparks off of my knife with this thing. Yeah, there's still too much of the black coating on my knife to do it. My other knife would do it. I've done it with my Mora knife, just high carbon steel. I make sparks with that thing all day long with this flint. Who's making money? Somebody give me some money. I ain't got no money. I'm definitely not making any money. I'm sitting here. I tried to get fired yesterday, or the day before yesterday. I tried to get fired. My boss absolutely refused to fire me. I literally told him to fire me, and he refused to fire me. He wouldn't do it. I asked him, why won't you fire me? He said, because I know what's going to happen. I know this game. If I fire you, and I said, you're right, I'm going straight to the unemployment office. I'm going to take a 3-month vacation while you pay for it. And he refused to fire me. So I apparently still have a job. Yeah, it's horrible. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The steel against the sharp angle of the flint at a downward angle, like that. But when I do that, the sparks are flying like upward. They're coming off the top like this. And that's not getting down below where, you know, the stuff is. So I don't see, unless I held the flint, or I mean the wick above it, like so. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. I got the wick there above it. Man, yeah, that actually feels a little better. So that's probably how I lit it the first time. But yeah, that wick just doesn't seem like it has enough char on it. That is actually working fairly well. The sparks are hitting the top of it a lot. And I actually just lit it. I managed to get it to work. I don't know if you can see that. It went out. Try again. I knew it. I needed Knife Collector to come in here and show me how to do it. A lot of readjustment. This would definitely take quite a bit of practice. And more charred material. I just think the charred cloth would have been done by now. I know the charred cloth would have been done by now. And I would be in the process of lighting a fire. The wick, it just seems like it would be too, I don't know, much of a pain. You know, I cut my finger with this thing when I first got it. So I learned the lesson about not cutting yourself, a while ago. It's a really weird piece of flint. It's got kind of a sharp edge here on one side, but if you look at it, it's real fat right there. So I'm trying to use this side, which is skinnier, but then it's got this thing here, flint. I should probably break a piece off and make it a little easier to work with, but yeah, no thanks. So I guess that's the sharpest edge I have. And if I can show you there, I'm trying to hold it against it, putting that there and keeping your thumb from up here, because if you put your thumb up here, you're going to slice your thumb off. And that's how I cut my finger the first time I did this about a year ago. So we're going to try this again. I did manage to get it to light once, and then it went out. Sparks are hitting it a lot. I just don't think that this is charred enough. Can you see that? There's hardly any charring on there at all. I'm not scraping, I'm banging. No, I cannot hear you screaming at me. I can see you typing that you're screaming at me, but I cannot hear it. So I'm not scraping, I'm banging. Is that better? Maybe. It looks like it's better. "45-degree angle." See, this is why I'm not good at sharpening knives. I don't know what a 45-degree angle looks like. Probably like that, but then I'm dragging across my knuckles, so I'm going to see if I can light this stupid thing. I don't even think this will light. I'm telling you, I don't think it'll light. I'm going to see if it'll light. Right here. Yeah. Still didn't light. Can't put any more sparks in it than that. Nope. Nothing. It's not working. I'm pretty sure there's just not enough charring on this. It's not burnt enough. You know, if you've ever seen these things come out of an oil lamp, they're burnt pretty good. It's like crispy and hard on the end. That's the kind of charring I'm looking for. This charring is just not enough. It's just not. It's not for at least my level of skill. I'm sure Karen could do it really easily, but not me. Switch my flint. I don't have any more flint. Switch it to what? The other side? No, I'm over here. Sorry. I do better like that because this is smaller. Maybe, oh, like this, like, and yeah, I could see I am hammering it, but it's such an odd angle. No matter what I do, that's about 45 right there, and if that's 45, those are my knuckles, and I would like to keep them intact. Yes, that is exactly what it is. It's the wick from an oil lamp that came with this thing. And yeah, it's not really lighting at all. Now, I'm thinking I can burn it more. I really need to soak it in kerosene, but it's not working. Keep the flint and switch my striker. So get rid of this thing. Keep my flint and use what? This striker? Because this is a ferro rod. Wow, that makes a lot of sparks. That makes a lot of sparks. I still don't think this is going to work, though. Let's see. Yeah. I can't do it while pushing it down on something. That's really awkward. It's the most awkward thing. So here at Grim Survival, when we want to survive, we do it the easy way. We're tired of this thing. I just lit this thing with a lighter and it barely did. Oh, there it goes. This thing does not want to light. This is how we do it in survival. This isn't bushcraft. You know what we do with these in survival? We laugh at you while we're lighting them with our Bics. Yeah, this is survival, not bushcraft. So anyway. I hope the insurance company is watching. Let them watch. I'm letting this burn for a while. It's just lamp wick, and my nose is running. So, yeah, I'm getting paper towel. Give me just a second here, because this is annoying me. And, yeah. Off-camera nose fixing. Hey, I've come back, and it's still burning. So, obviously, the wick isn't defective. I have to put it out, don't I? How do you put out lamp wick? I sandwiched it in here to put it out. That should only take a minute, right? I'm trying not to get it wet. Otherwise, I just, you know, do the spit in the fingers and, yeah. So. Yeah, that thing works good, doesn't it? Yeah, I had to put it out. Now I have to dry it. I did spit on it. I was trying not to spit on it, so I didn't get it wet, so maybe I could light it again with this, but I managed to get this to work once. Yeah. I've used one of these things one time in my life. I mean, I can light a fire all day with this. I can light this with the lighter. This is fat wood. I can light fat wood with one of these. I have actually made bow drills and made bow drills function and work properly and actually lit a fire with a bow drill twice. I've done that twice. I got this because it was cool. Yeah, really. Let's try it over here. Now, if I do that, I get a lot more sparks. But Obviously, I'm not supposed to do that. I'm supposed to do this. A lot more sparks and pieces of flint hitting the walls next to me. If I have flammable spit, I am selling it, just so you know. Nope, still nothing. Maybe I got it too wet, right? It does feel a little wet, come to think about it. So now I have to light the other end and try not to dry or spit on it. I don't know. It'll dry in a minute, and I will try to fix my nose again. I don't know why my nose started running as soon as I went live. My nose has not been running all day. But hey, let's go live, and then your nose will start running just like crazy. I have more of these. And I have a lot of these that I've set on fire. We could try again. I agree. But as I was saying earlier about charred cloth, knife collector, my wife has confiscated all of my charred cloth. I had a nice tin, Altoids tin, that was about half full of charred cloth that I carried around. Inside of it has a little ferro rod that fits in there. And also in that little kit, it has a mini Bic. A mini Bic actually fits in Altoids tins, because that's what that is, an Altoids tin with a mini Bic, a bunch of charred cloth, and a ferro rod. My wife has it. I don't have it anymore. I have to make more charred cloth. No, my truck is still in Chicago. My truck still in Chicago, where I told him it would be for several days. The mechanics that supposedly were fixing it have not learned how to operate, their tools yet, and they haven't learned how to work on trucks yet. So they're going to learn how to work on trucks as they work on mine. That'll be awesome. Yeah, real. Well, I'm trying not to be too cynical on the guy. The guy came out to fix the truck while I was still stranded at the warehouse, and he said that he was going to put it on the computer. I told him what was wrong with it. Now, the DEF light came on, and it said that there was no liquid in the tank. It was empty. So, that being said, the guy then proceeded to put it on the computer, sit in his truck while he played on Facebook, and then came back about 20 minutes later and said that, hey, there's no DEF in the tank. That's what it's telling him. I said, really? Didn't I just tell you that like 20 minutes ago? So he went and got liquid, even though I told, or the fuel, it's DEF, it's diesel exhaust fluid is what it stands for. So he went and got a couple of gallons of that, poured it in the truck, even though it wasn't empty. I told him it wasn't empty, even though his computer said it was. And he then poured it in the truck, ran the same diagnostic, said the same thing, that he was going to have to tow it, and he would have it fixed in 2 hours. That's what he told my boss. He would have it fixed in 2 hours. I told my boss that he was not going to have it fixed in 2 hours. My boss proceeded to tell me I wasn't a mechanic, get a very condescending attitude with me, and then get very rude. So yeah, me and my boss have not had a pleasant conversation since then, because I have frankly told him that if he doesn't fire me, I'm going to give him every reason over the next several months to fire me. And I'm going to start by giving you this reason, and that's when I hung up on him, and that was the last time I talked to him. So, apparently I still have a job, because he said he wouldn't fire me. He just gave me a license to do whatever I wanted. I cannot be fired. So, any suggestions on how to get fired? Yeah. I mean, he's not going to fire me. Nobody wants the run that I do. My main run that I do, nobody's done it as long as I have, nobody's done it as fast as I have, and nobody wants to do it because it sucks. But, yeah, he won't fire me. If he does, I'll be really surprised. And somewhat happy I could have another job tomorrow. I'm a truck driver, I have a good record, I can have a job tomorrow, I really can. So, yeah, truck still broke in Chicago. I have a rental, it took me several hours to get, and I ended up having to still do my loads. I spent about 40 hours away from home. I finally got back around 8 p.m. The day after. That was fun. Yeah, I agree. Bic lighters are definitely the way to have. I mean, I keep Bic lighters near me at all times. Like I said, I have a box of 50 of these things, and I tend to lose them or leave them in my pants pockets, and they get washed, and then I don't remember where it went, and then I find it like a week later when I wear those pants again. So I end up having to always break out an extra Bic lighter because I won't leave home without them. So there we go. There's all the lighters. I keep one of those lighters and a ferro rod in my kit. My kit goes in my pocket during the winter months. I do not keep my kit in the pocket in the summer months. I just keep it in my backpack. In the winter time, there was 2 other things in my kit that I don't show you. I have extra keys. I have a key to my personal vehicle, and I have an extra key to my truck. Yeah, and I keep an extra key to my house in my personal vehicle. So I always have an extra key. The reason I made this kit was, there's one other thing in here I forgot to show you. I keep an extra battery in here. Yeah, there it is. I keep an extra battery for my Olight. Yeah, that I keep in here. Essentially, when I have this in the winter months in my pocket, I have 3 flashlights on me. But anyway, the reason this kit came to be is I was over the road as a truck driver. I was living in Texas. I was in Chicago, of all places. It was the middle of winter, and a security guard was aggravating me at this place I delivered to. And he distracted me, and I ended up locking my keys into my truck, and I was stuck in the freezing cold temperatures. It was probably around midnight. Nothing was open near me, and I ended up standing next to my truck, dressed in pretty much what I'm dressed now. Very little for the weather, because I was getting right back in the truck where all my stuff was. And anyway, yeah, I got locked out and sat there for over 2 hours until I literally picked up a rock, told my dispatcher I was about to bust a window, and that's finally when somebody came out, popped open my truck, and let me in. And I then warmed up. So a couple of days later, I actually ordered this, and I put the kit together, and I keep a spare key in there, and I keep ways to stay warm. Emergency blankets, fire starters, a way to start a fire. And yeah, there have been a couple other things I used to keep in here, screwdrivers, things like that. But it's kind of redundant because I carry the Leatherman Wave in my pocket everywhere now, so I don't need to keep screwdrivers and things like that in this. So yeah, that has been the kit and my failed attempt to light a wick with this stupid flint and steel. I'm going to practice this and do this again. I'm going to attempt to do survival Sundays every weekend. I don't know if they'll all be live, and I don't know if I'll get to it every weekend because my schedule is crazy unless my boss fires me, which probably won't, unfortunately. So yeah, I'll have to go back to work tomorrow. That's not cool. I really did say that to him. Like, I'm going to seriously give you several reasons to fire me over the next few months. Do you really want to do this? And I'm not firing you. I'm saying, you're not going to give me a raise either, are you? I'm not changing your salary. I said, all right, then me and you, we're going to have some fun. Yeah, I seriously said that to him. I was done with the guy. He was annoying me. All right, here we go again. This is how I did it the last time. I throw the sparks down into the wick. I can actually see the sparks hitting the wick every time I do this. So, yeah, it's not the right way to do it. You're supposed to do it with this, somehow like this. I'll watch a video before I do this again. I will. I was going to watch a video this morning. I couldn't. Sparks fly up. So, those sparks are still flying down. I'm still doing this incorrectly. I'm supposed to be hitting this across this. And yeah, I'm right-handed, so I have to keep switching. So, there's more sparks. I'll try it on the sharper edge. There's a lot more sparks. And I'm gliding it more than hitting it. I'm coming at about that angle. I don't know if you can see it, but it's sparking really well. Sparks are hitting this thing like you wouldn't believe. It is not lighting at all. I have heard of it, Jennifer, but I have not ever made it or had. I've seen bottles of it in Kroger, though. Yeah, I'm from Indiana. The cold weather doesn't bother me. I lived in northern Illinois as a kid for a while. Farther north than Chicago, actually. Right at the Wisconsin border, north of Rockford, actually. So, yeah, the cold weather doesn't bother me at all, Queenie. That's good to know that after 20 years that these lighters will still light and only small evaporation, which the evaporation, I gotta say, if you took your box of 50 of these lighters and vacuum sealed them, you probably wouldn't have any of the evaporation from the fuel. They'd probably all still be full. Something to think about. Yeah. Well, you trying to see me if I can actually burn down my house? How to survive a house fire with grim survival as he burns down his house. You know how you survive a house fire? Don't get in one. I don't know. I'm trying to pull apart fibers of this cotton that I tried to burn earlier. I'm actually getting it a lot better. The thinner it feels and less compressed, the more it would take a spark. As you've seen with the ferro rod, I didn't have any trouble with it even being fairly compressed to take a spark, but with this flint and steel is, yeah, I'm thinking more fibrous things might help. So we'll just keep doing this until I give up or somebody gets tired of it, or I get tired of it, would probably be it. So if I do it that way, this is going up, so I'm just going to hold the thing kind of like I would be doing with the other, because with the wick, because the sparks when I'm doing this are actually, the sparks are shaving up that, yeah, here, they're shaving up that way when I'm coming across it like this. So see if I can keep it in the camera and put some sparks where they go. There's a lot of sparks going into that cotton. And it did not light. Maybe I'll try it under it. Maybe more of them are going under than on top. And then thinner pieces of cotton on this side. So yeah, the sparks are still coming the opposite side as you would expect them to. Getting the sparks to land where you want is a challenge. Am I getting any better in this, Karen? Yeah, all right. Try this again another day. Look at that mess I've made all over my desk. I can see it really well on the screen next to me. I have this on the bigger screen. It actually says Streamlabs on the top left. It didn't say that before the update, so that's kind of annoying, but whatever. Streamlabs is the app I'm attempting to use to stream, because YouTube won't let me stream from my phone without having a certain amount of subscribers. But YouTube will let me stream from my computer without having that amount of subscribers, but I don't have a web camera at all. Hooking to my phone to my computer and turning my phone into a web camera is possible, but it requires too much work. And same thing with the GoPro. That is actually an older model GoPro, so it's not compatible with my computer at all. So webcam is in order, obviously. Huh. Well, I'll keep practicing another day. It does make a lot more sparks than it was when I first started. But yeah, that is why I'm not putting a flint and steel in the giveaway. The giveaway is going to have this. This is the Light My Fire 2.0 Swedish fire steel. This is the official, the Light My Fire brand. That is the good brand. So yeah, that's going in the giveaway with the Olight that I put around here somewhere. And unfortunately, I'll tell you, the knife is a SOG knife that's going in there. And I'm going to have the wet fire tablets, I believe they are, putting in there. There's going to be a Bic lighter. There's going to be, what else is in there? Oh, the emergency blanket. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The fire starters, the light, emergency blanket. You'll have to get yourself an extra battery for this. I don't remember what kind of battery this one takes. I think it's an 8.6, whatever that one I just had was. One of these. It's one of these. 650 milliamps. I don't remember the size of these stupid batteries. They're all different sizes now, and they got stupid size names. So anyway, yeah, that's going to be the giveaway. All we need, 500 subscribers. As soon as I hit it, I'm going to make the official announcement and giveaway entry video, and you'll be able to enter on that video. Probably do the whole make sure you're a subscriber, comment on the video kind of thing, and run it through one of those random generators. So, yeah. You're right. 2 a.m. live stream. Grim sitting here, my eyes all red, and my hat's off, and I have no hair left, and my desk is half charred, and I'm going to be like this, and I got it! And then I'm going to make that video, and then I'm going to go to bed and get up 2 hours later and go to work. Yep, that's what I'm doing. That's all Karen's fault, too, because she challenged me. Yep. Your phone was buffering? I mean, I'm the one streaming and your phone is buffering. We need to talk about your connection, because obviously it needs a little bit of a modification. All right. I have comments popping up my screen, but they're coming up a lot later than on my computer. So the last thing I seen after what I was just saying is Karen saying it's supposed to be fast and hard, and I'm just not going to comment on that because it's not going to go over well. The video is going to then be rated a higher rating than what it probably already is going to be, and my wife's going to come in here strangle me, and yeah, so we're just not going to go there, even though I'm still going there. Shut up now. Shutting up now. I should probably end the stream at that note. But yeah, tell me, does that look charred enough to light, to take a spark? I mean, I tried to hit this thing with a ferro rod and it wouldn't take a spark. I just don't think that's working. I really don't. So, yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to pull apart the fibers because I'm going to try this. You know I'm trying this again. I'm just going to keep trying this. Where'd I put the stupid piece of flint now? It's back in the box. With the old charred cotton. Obviously, I'm not going to leave that in there. So, here we go again. I'm doing this again. You know, I'm going to have to keep doing it. This is annoying me. And, yeah, I'm putting it wrong already. Beat the crap out of the wick until it lights. Still watching. Still trying. Yep. I'm telling you, sparks are hitting all over that. It's not lighting. So it's gotta be this. If it was char cloth, it would be lit. Those little bitty sparks would light char cloth. So I really do think I'm having issues with the wick. Because I really can't put any more sparks on it with this thing. I can't. It's got to be the wick. Yeah, well. Char cloth. Video on me making char cloth coming up soon. Because obviously I have no choice. How dare they take my char cloth. Yeah. I've lit it before. Once. Long time ago. Yeah, that's what I think about that. Bye-bye wick. I'm not putting the wick back in there. The wick would just get somebody killed. I came across my kit, my steel. Oh, flint and steel with some wick. Yeah, we're going to light it. Yeah, you find my skeleton leaning up against a tree somewhere holding this like this. My hand's not able to move anymore because of how long I tried it. You know, carpal tunnel and locked jaw and locked joints and whatever. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. So, yeah, that's done for the day. I'm done. I give up. I give up trying to light it. I give up. I can light the wick all day long with a Bic. And that's survival for you. Just be prepared. Bring what you can use, not what you think you want to try to use. Bring what you can use. If you don't know how to use a flint and steel, you better have a lighter and practice, because these are easy. These are 1,000 times easier than this. This is like 1,000,000 times easier than this. You've seen how many times I lit the cotton with one of these. So yeah, let's. And I tried to light the same cotton with this thing. Yeah. All right, enough of my yapping and rambling. This stream has been on for almost an hour now, so I guess I should probably go, because now I'm just rambling and talking about why I couldn't light the stupid thing. That's really annoying me. It's Karen's fault too. Grim is challenged. I am. I'll give you that. I'm challenged. I'm challenged with this. I bet you I could use this as a weapon. It's sharp. I mean, yeah, you could cut somebody with this thing. Yeah, there you go. At least I get some use out of it. Use it as an emergency backup. Yeah, well, I needed a laugh anyway. The weekend I had, or the week I had, yeah. Endeavoring to get fired. That's my goal for the week. I'm going to keep annoying my boss in every way that I can. Any suggestions on how to annoy him? I got a best friend who's been giving me suggestions on how to annoy my boss and get fired. I'm not going to repeat what he's... Yeah, I'm not going to repeat it. I'm sorry I gave you a headache. I wasn't intending to give you a headache. And if ibuprofen wasn't a shortage, I would share it with you. But I have Tylenol on this desk for some reason. I used to have ibuprofen. Yeah, I'm having a shortage myself. Yeah, that's bothering me. Where did I put the drugs? I don't know. Oh well. Kids are popping ibuprofen in the other room, chilling. At least they're not having Tide Pods. Thanks, Queenie. That's awesome. Yeah, I know. It's just a matter of muscle memory, just like everything else. If you practice and you practice and you practice muscle memory, you will learn it. You will not ever forget it. Like this, I've used these things for years. I used these things before they were popular. And yeah, I can do this in my sleep. Like this thing, I can do it with my eyes closed. I can do it with fingers that I don't ever use. I mean, can you do that with your middle finger? Practice, 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 practice. So same thing with the flint and steel, muscle memory. Once I get it down and I do it enough, I would be able to do it every time. This was the second time I've tried to use this thing, and the first time in over a year. Oops, I should have read the instructions. I should have. Yeah. I at least have 20%. I'm just going to say that. I got 20%. At least, right? At least 20? 21? You can give me 21, right? All right, I got to go. I really do. I got things I have to be doing and places I have to not be. But I'm going to end the stream with that because all the women are making fun of me and I got to go before, you know, I have to sick my kids on you or something. Make y'all babysit. Yeah. I'm going to set my... 8-year-old in front of this camera next time. I'm going to turn it on. 8-year-old's going to sit here and she can tell you all about... Well, we're talking about middle fingers. What the heck are we talking about in here? No, I'm not going there. I'm not going... You guys need to get your minds out the gutter. That's all I can say. I didn't read the whole thing, but what I did read, I'm reading this in spurts, so I'm only getting part of the conversation, and the parts I'm getting are from Karen, and I'm telling you, it looks like Karen's just being bad. And do we need a moderator for Karen? Do we need one? Somebody? Anybody? Somebody tell me, do I need a moderator? We'll call. I need an adult. Anybody? Somebody help me. I need an adult. Yeah, that's enough of this conversation. I'm going away now. You guys have fun. Have a good day. Remember, share the videos, like, subscribe. Tell people that I lit it off camera, right? I'm going to tell you that. Because as soon as I turn the stream off, I'm going to try this again. The thing's going to light and nobody's going to believe me. Nobody's going to believe me. So I'm not even going to tell you about it. So, yeah, that being said, this was my Grim Survival Sunday, episode 1. I'm going to try to do this again next Sunday. I'm going to try. Wish me luck. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to it because my time is... Maybe I'll get fired. If I get fired, I'll get to all of it. Maybe. Wish me luck getting fired. Any suggestions on getting me fired, please post them in the comments. I would love to read them. That would be entertaining, but I really do have to go now because people are going to come home soon and it's going to get really loud and obnoxious in here. So, yeah. Confession frees the soul. What am I confessing now? I'm not... Okay, I'm out of here. See you guys later. I hope everyone has a good day. And remember, practice with your tools. If you're not practicing with your tools, then why do you have them? And yeah, now I can't exit the stream. It's being stupid. Get off the screen, you stupid thing. See you guys later. Bye. I can't end the stream though, because there it is. I found